Welcome, I'm Bill Wake. We're here working on a program to be a calculator. We would like to work with yards, feet, and inches instead of just simple numbers. And we've got a little bit of this working. We've got the inches working yesterday, and we're going to extend the rest of the way today, I hope. Okay, I believe I ran tests. Okay, good. Why aren't you green? There we go. Okay. All right. Well, I had a few realizations over the evening, and I thought we'd work on those first. Let's see. One is we had this thing where introducing the regex required us to put the do catch in, and we don't even handle it properly. The reason it's there is we're passing a string to this regular expression, and if I left out the bracket, it wouldn't be a legal string. So some try catch gives them a way to report that. But we mentioned it in passing yesterday. There is an actual regular expression notation, and I'm pretty sure regex is going to accept it. All right, and then we had this one. Yeah, no calls to throwing functions occur. So yeah, that's what the cause was. Let's get this one. And it's just a right slash to indicate the start of a regular expression. And I don't know who brought that in first. Probably Pearl maybe. I don't know. All right, so now this do catch should be complaining. Yep. Why that occasionally blows up, I just don't know. The reformatting is responsible. Okay, I think we got it. Okay, so let's push that. So we used Regex format to avoid need for to avoid exceptions. Hey, okay. Let's see. The second thing, well, the second one we'll come back to. Let me just build again, get this chatty stuff out of here. The second thing is when I see the way we have it now, we just have the units, so it looks like, I don't know. Why it's staying confused. Ugh. I think there's a way to, well, product can do it. Okay. A second thing is we use inches. I actually think it would look better if we put a space before and after them. I'm fine for that. The third is this pending value thing. I really think maybe we should make it value's job to know how to parse this string. It generates a print string. It probably should know them. And then let's see, a fourth thing, units. I switched things around. Like I'm going to make room, so I put in these extra parameters. I actually think we'd be better off just calculating in inches and being done with it. Okay. Cover all imperial units. Yeah. Yeah, I think we will do that. So I think whether I'll break out a formatter, I don't know. But one thing I do know I want, and I'm not sure if I put it in the picture here. Yeah, I want to be able to show as. So I'd like to be able to show as yard, feet, inches, or yard, feet, inches. So 39 inches in yards would be 1 and change yards. No feet or inch mentioned, but yard, feet, inches, it would be 1 yard, 3 inches. Okay. Yeah, so maybe a separate formatter. I'm not quite sure. Yeah, that might be the best way. Because I do need to plug in different ones. So a separate one that gets plugged in might be the way to go. All right. Let's see. So units and inches is probably an easy change to make, and we'll simplify the rest of this because we just started doing it. We didn't really complete doing it. Okay, so we'll do a build. Let it tell us where we're messing up. Right. And then yards and feet go away. Okay. Boy, you are just persistent on that, aren't you? Well, let's worry about the actual syntax errors. These, we just hard-coded zeros. Okay. And let's do a test run. Value tests. Yep. Okay, and we had some ideas about these. All right, I gotta write that stuff down here. Let's see. Oh, the other thing that occurred to me was the error handling. Right now we just show error. I think we probably should pass a little more information. Okay, so this one we changed regex to use notation. Eliminate, try catch. All right, second thing, put spaces in before and after units. Move parsing to value. Make all inches. We kind of have done that because it was so partially done. All right. And we haven't dealt with yards and feet at all yet. Okay. Spaces. Move parsing to value units of function. Okay, I think that covers it. And then let's catch this one. Display value unit values properly. Okay. Now, and also I'll note, we saw purple errors. They're very intermittent. We didn't get them last time, but they do show up sometimes. I think I'm probably, that goes back to how we set our content view up. We let keephead be a state object, but calculator is an observed object. I think it's probably like not quite right to put, I don't think it's quite right to put a state object in my test, maybe, but we'll come back to that one. I don't think it's interfering with us, and if I had to drop those tests, I would. Okay, need to include splices in the split. Yeah, we'd have to deal with them all around. Okay, so let's do that value. All right, so we got something to convert it to a string. That's really not the right way to do this, is it? It should implement, well, let's just do it. Extension value implements custom string convertible. I think it's description, but it'll tell us. Yep. Okay. And let's let me hide this a moment. Let me rename this to description. Okay. Pull this down. Okay. That should be no harm. That may be the wrong thing to do. Well, I don't think it's wrong to have a string convertible, but to your point back here, we need a formatter that does the real job. That's an interesting challenge. Okay. Now let's see about moving these. Well, let's check that. Make value be custom string convertible. All right, let's get the parsing pulled up here. So I really dislike this. The calculator's doing a lot of work here, and really it's nothing to do with the calculator itself. We got plenty of other stuff that's going to take up space in here. So what I would do, I want to make, so the effect of this is you pass in a pending and you set pending and value. All right. So what I would like is, I'd like another function. I'm going to manually extract it. Well, do I have to do that? Let me do it this way. Let's say extract method. Nope, doesn't like to. Okay. Let's do this. Parse. And then this can call parse. All right. That's my stage one. All right, so there. Everything should still work. Okay, so now I'm going to pull out the pieces that that value doesn't need to do. So I want this to take a string. I'll call it pending of string. All right, now let's pass it in here. Pending. All right, and then the only set of this is here. I'm going to pull that out. And really, nothing else is touching it or looking at it down here, so it doesn't matter if I do it afterwards. All right, I think that's reasonable for this to go. And then likewise, this, if pending is empty, we don't need to parse. It will fail. There's no real value to it. So I'm going to do this here. All right, so now pending is this local variable. Let's rename it. So I'll just say input. That's better than pending in this context. Okay, so take the numbers, do some splitting, check some stuff, and then, oh, there's all this value stuff. Well, every path sets value one way or the other. Okay, so let's make that the thing we're returning. All right, and then value equals whatever parse does. Okay, now all these returns, they just need to, we'll just inline them to this or semi-inline. All right, return error, return error. Guess I've still got it there. Okay, now let's just look for value here. Make sure we're not setting it anywhere or anything like that. Customer value. Oh, value's the name. Okay. Yeah, I think that's good. Move this over so I can see your comments. All right, so we split parsing out of main body of calculator. Okay, kind of. Now I want to do a move method. So this function is purely a function of its input and results in a return value, and no other side effects, no other references to stuff in our string. Okay, so let's take this. We'll copy it to value, and I'll just make an extension. And that can't be private anymore. It's going to be part of the public interface. Okay, so now we have, we got that formatter thing again. We did have a field we depended on. Okay. I hate creating a new one all the time, but maybe they're not that expensive. It really is a bundle of functions, I think. I don't think there's a lot of content in it. Okay, but that looks okay. At least the compiler is happy enough. All right, and then here, well, basically, oh, that's really static, isn't it? And I know there's an order there. Yeah, okay, so it's a static function, and let's call it value equals value dot parse pending. Okay, that should work. Now I'd love to be able to just hit a keystroke and get that, but it doesn't work that way with Xcode. Oh, that's getting long and ugly. All right. At any rate, I think this is much better for our state of things. If there's an pending value, then we're going to push that as to being the value, and we're no longer entering a number. Okay, and okay, yeah, I think I like it like this. Did I check that in? No. That was the move method. From calculator to value. Okay. Now, let's see, do we have calculator tests that were nothing specifically doing that? Okay. Value tests. All right. Let's fill these out. I think this is telling me I'm supposed to say public here. And this is saying do public static. No. I was redundant for static. I didn't know that. Okay. All right. So I'm not sure where our leverage is at this point. We wanted to know this is right, but I think this formatter idea is really the owner of that. Yeah. All right. So I don't know if he's going to want functions to plug in or objects to plug in, but so I'm taking my goal that like somehow we pass in. See, I think like I can't let a decision stand for 10 minutes here. Custom string convertible might not really work with that configuration stuff. I think maybe we have to ask the string with the formatter, and all right, so it's really the yeah, it's this formatter is the thing we care. This one's fine. I don't think we have to. I don't think we anticipate varying the format of a simple number, but this one is more problematic. Okay. Well, fact is, I don't think anybody cares that this is that. Prefer to use extension access modifiers. Let's see if we can get something explaining that. It's a Swift lint error. Huh. Then when I put it in, it said I don't want it. All right. Oh, I see. Okay. We're trying to move it up. All right. Oh, then I get no extension modifier. I prefer not to use them. Yeah, I can't win. Maybe nobody cares. Okay. I'm surprised, but all right. All right. So let's, yeah, Imperial Formatter is a nice name. Let's, I'm just going to push it in first. Now what do I really want? I'm really taking a value and converting it to a string. Is value goes to string. Okay. Now I'm going to switch this to a, well, I'm going to switch it to a function. And there should be at least one place that complains, probably two. I think a test might have used it. Okay, it's an odd message, but let's fix it. All right. I want to get this thing out. I don't know why I'm getting these contradictory messages. That's kind of annoying. Yeah. Okay, I may have to turn that off. Because I just don't buy it that it can't be illegal and required either way. Okay, let's go find this thing. All right. Okay. Let's build again. Good. Okay, so we changed description to be a function. And now I'm going to give it, I'm going to say you have to give it a formatter function. Of that, okay. And let me put this in here. Class Imperial Formatter. And I don't know. All right, let's start with default. Default takes a value, yields a string, and I don't know. I'm kind of refactoring. Yeah, it's a default keyword. I'm going to throw it away in a few minutes. Well, no, let's just say as inches. That's the only thing we know how to do. It's what we do now. Okay, so here's as inches. And this comes from should I pass the value or the inches? Maybe that's all it has to be. Ins number. Is that Okay, this should be harmless so far. Oh, right, they need something. Okay, I don't know. Let's make this static. I guess I told me I don't need it if I do that. Okay. Okay. Okay, so it's a little bit sloppy as these things go, but basically we did extract class to Imperial Formatter. Okay, and now all right, let's pull things out. Type use only should be inputted as a caseless enum. Yeah. Well, I don't think it works that way, does it? Can I do static declarations here? Oh, okay. Well, I learned something. I didn't know enums could have these, because this guy could use that too. Okay, let's pull this thing out. Imperial Formatter. Still domain, I would say. Okay, we've got this thing as inches. All right. Okay, I do need foundation. Okay. Move that to its own file. Okay, now I think what we're doing here, that's really almost as much a test of our formatter as it is our display, value display. Let's pull those tests out, and I think those can. Now, testing error, number, mixed outputs, we do need some basic tests there, but I think Imperial Formatter is going to have its own tests that we can derive from. Okay, so InchCal test model. Whoops. All right. And this test sort of applies. Okay. Imperial Formatter and its tests. It really is kind of a test of zero. So we want to do Imperial Formatter as inches with 0. Should get that. That test should pass. And I'm just going to say as inches here. Okay. And I don't often do this, but I'm just going to make this happen here too. Okay. Now, well, what I haven't dealt with is I haven't faced up to what my numbers are and how I'm going to represent them, because I'm putting it off because I would really like to be able to round them to things like 1/8 of an inch or 1/16 of an inch. And having the decimal format of that thing is not so interesting to me. All right. So let's make this 1. All right. I don't care there. But this should be 1 foot, 1 inch. 39 is 3 feet, 3 inch. Okay. So a foot formatter, we're just going to drive that in. All right. As feet. Okay. And we'll need a method. Still takes the inches, and we'll just leave that old code there for now because it's going to fail. Okay, yeah, it just put out inches. All right. Now, I guess we need inches per foot is 12. Must not contain store. Well, bounce around between languages. You just kind of forget, but can I make a separate constant? Well, that doesn't really. Yeah, I could do static. I just kind of hate it. Yeah. Okay, static let's the way to go, I guess. Okay. So given inches Well, cannot be applied. Can I do it with this? I think we found out yesterday we can't do operations on NS numbers. Right. Okay. All right. So this is it trunk? The inches dot double value just per foot. Is that going to be int? Yeah. Okay, so take the inches minus feet times inches per foot. The inches dot double value. Floor, thank you. Okay. Okay, divide that by that, get the integer value of it. All right. That, all right. Oh, I've only got half of the solution in there. Okay. This is not an NS number. Was that the wrong constructor value? Oh, I'm still off. All right. Oh, good point. Okay. Oh. Interesting. Oh dear. All right. That tells me I want my test to have a 0 in it as well. Okay. I only want feet if there are feet, and I only want inches if there are inches. But if there's neither one, I got to have both. Okay, so if feet equals 0 and inches equals 0, we're going to return 0 inches. Okay, I think we'll get one case knocked off. Okay, now this one, yeah, 0 feet 1 inch. Okay, and that tells us we should have 12. Should be 1 foot. So inches only, feet only, both. All right. We'll get there. I don't know. It's harder to do than I thought. All right. Yeah, 0 feet 1 inch, 1 feet 0 inch. Okay. I guess that's in here. I don't want to do all these 4 cases, 3 cases. Maybe I should. Maybe that would be the best way to be sure I'm not messing it up. Okay. If feet equals 0, return this. And string. If inches equals 0, return feet string, feet, and that. Non-void function for return. Okay. Yeah. And when we add yards in, this is going to get even uglier. Okay, so if feet equals 0 and inches less than inches per foot, return that, making this case redundant. I guess I don't need the feet equals 0. Oh, I do. I guess if the inches, I guess that's what you said too. If the inches is less than inches per foot, if the inches is less than inches per foot, return that. If the inches is 0, just return feet. Otherwise, return feet in inches. Yeah, it's gonna, yeah, that's true. Good point. Well, to that point, maybe I should do that with this thing too. If the inches is less, then return Try and make the pattern a little more simple. Okay. Sorry. I'm not getting my... Oh, I've got headphones plugged in. Okay. All right. I want to hear it beep when it's running. Okay, there we go. I don't know if you can pick it up on the mic, but it definitely makes me happier to hear it. Okay. Good enough. And then... Oh, but that's not what I want. It's inches is right. Yards. Well, let's check yards, feet, inches, since that's where I'm really trying to get to here. All right. And we'll want 36. Okay, so these should work the way they are intended. 36 should be 1 yard. 39 should be 1 yard 3 inches. And 36, 48 should be 1 yard. Let's make it 49, 2 feet. And okay, we've covered both those cases. Oh, we don't have all three. Wait. 1 yard, 48. 48, 60. 5 feet. Okay, and then finally 63, 1 yard, 2 feet, 3 inches. Okay, and I think what we have here is this function is really like as feet inches. Rename? No. Can I do it over here? I don't think we're going to use this one. Okay, and then the test is as yard, feet, inches. Okay. And oh, I've got my EG test. I should be using that too. All right, let's get this function next. As yard, feet, inches. Okay, those should all fail. Well, anything over a yard should fail. Yeah, I do, and I'm not sure how I want those fractions to be. I don't know if I want to allow for decimals. It's too complicated at this point, unfortunately. It's a decision I can't make yet, I should say. Okay, so everything over a yard failed. That's fine. All right, so now we have the hint here. I guess we'll need another constant, maybe 2. Inches per yard is 36. And feet per yard is 3. Okay. So if the inches is less than inches per yard, then we'll return as feet, inches. Okay. Now, all right. So I got to do yards. I don't know. I'm trying to think of some sort of chained calculator that does it, and then something else that recognizes when there's zeros and then defaults it, I guess. All right. So yards is the inches divided by inches per yard. Okay. So that's the 36. Then we have to take feet is, all right. I'm going to slop it through and then do some cleanups. All right. So we got to take the yards. The inches dot double value minus yards times let's say inches after yards, inches remaining. Okay, take the inches minus the yards times inches per yard. Okay, do I believe this? I've got the yards. I've calculated them. I calculate each inches remaining. And now, oh, it just isn't quite right, is it? All right. I should be able to use my previous function, right? As feet inches. All right, let me get yard string. Okay, so I don't think I need these two, but I got to be careful with what comes back. All right, so I've got the remaining inches. I should be able to say that feet inch string is as feet inches on NS number inches remaining. All right. And then I don't need this stuff. Oh, it's the inches. Oh, it's got to say value. Okay. Now, well, it would be nice to think I could just do this. Return yard. Oh, I got to do a formatter thing. Okay, now I'm going to return yard string yards plus feet inch string. Now, I want to do that, but it's not going to work. It doesn't cover all the cases. So if we have zeros, then it's gonna include them. Yeah, this one's gonna have 1 inch, 1 yard, 0 inch. So it has the inches, not just the yards. So I have to check. Well, okay, inches remaining is 0. Then I just want to do yard string, yards, else, yard string, all that stuff. It's not the longest function, but it's annoying. Okay. Well, let's take the progress we have. This is, we calculate yard feet inches as well as feet inches. Okay. Now, I want to be lazy and say that this is this is the function I want to use. Okay, so let's go find description. Right, and who calls that? Okay, I want this to be yard feet inches. And that one's okay. It's not terribly useful. All right. But what I think I get out of this if I can run. Okay, so if I enter 63 inches equals, I expect to get some yards, feet, and inches. Oh, okay, I missed something somewhere. Why did that not do it? Calculator asks for yard, feet, inches. Okay, I'm going to break in there and make sure that's being called. Whoops. Oh, I always do that. Okay, so 63 inches equals, he did not touch it. My keys, do they have the wrong? Equals goes to enter. Encode pending value. He handles the input side. Display value.description as yard, feet, inches. Inches equals. Okay. Oh, my value is descriptor thing. Is that not calling the formatter? It is not. Okay. Right. So let's add to our value tests. value with yard feet inch formatter. Okay, so if I do 63, I should get 1 yard, 2 feet, 3 inches. All right, that test will fail. Good. Okay, and the reason is he should be calling his formatter. Now, let's see. I saw this somewhere. Command Control Shift Enter. No, it was supposed to focus on this window. I don't know. Like IntelliJ, you double click this and whoop, that fills up the screen. Command Control Shift Enter. Oh, it didn't do. No, Command Control Shift Enter. Nope. Okay. I don't want this here. The units, they should be using the formatter. Formatter dot. Whoops. This should be a function. Okay, so just Imperial Formatter of the inches. Right. All right. It should pass now. Oh. Okay, what'd you get? You still got 63 inches. Oh, hey, use yard feet inches here. I'd say no, I'm confident, but it feels a little bad to say it after on the third try. Okay, now let's run. $63 inches equals 1 yard, 2 feet, 3 inches. Woohoo. Okay. Well, I'm glad to be here. So let's make the calculator uses yard, feet, inches by default. Okay. And there's a little bit of a use case for every variation you might have. It definitely makes sense to be given, I'm giving you 3 1/8 yards of fabric. How many linear inches do you have? Well, it'd be nice to just hit a button that says show as inches and get the whole thing like that. Once you're working with, like in my wife's quilting, most of the time, you've got some number of inches and you just can work in inches the whole time. You don't really need yards per se. But other times you do. I mean, if you're buying 22 yards of fabric and you want to make 4 quilts, how much do you get per quilt? Is that enough? That kind of thing. All right. I think this is a good point for a break. We've pushed in and we've got something that most calculators don't provide. So we've got these yard, feet, and inches, and we do some simple arithmetic, and we can format them into this term. We don't have a mechanism to swap the formatters, but we'll get there. I do think we have some work to do in here to make this. This is just unnecessarily clunky, and we will work on it. All right. So take a break, 3 or 4 minutes, and we'll come back and clean up in here. I think we'll also finish this value testing. We do have errors in simple numbers and mixed units. We've kind of calculated the mixed units, so that's all good. But we'll get those other couple of tests in there too. So clean up Formatter and make those tests, and then see where we go from there. All right, see you in a few. All right, welcome back. Okay, let's knock out these tests real quickly first. I do want to make this more sophisticated, but for now, I'm just going to create a couple of values and test them directly. So let's put this one first. Function test error. If we do value dot error, we should get the string error. And this shouldn't be anything new. It's just a confirmational test. All right. And this is really 0 inches. All right. This one is number without units, just to be extra clear. Okay, then the formatter tests, I'd like these to be EG tests. And we have thought we put one in. Okay, there we go. So we want to do the same deal, the try check with some EGs. Okay, so Imperial test. Did I let in now? Excuse me. I forget. Oh, $0 I didn't put. Okay. And we need some EGs. Okay, if we put in 0 inches, we expect, okay, 0 inches. And let's make something wrong here. Whoops. Yeah. Why can you not? Oh. All right, just to make sure we see it fail. Right. Okay, let's see. So we clean tests. Oh, I guess we added. No, we already checked that in. Cleanup tests. Okay, now this painful. I mean, it's not a horrible amount of code, but it's annoying to me. Well, what's good ways to do this? One thing I see is the inches.double value pops in here about 5 times. I don't think I need to keep that. Let's make this the inches number. I don't know. That's not a good name. Now, the way to do this is the inches. No. No, it's not. The inches input, I don't know. How about original? slightly better. Not the best comment, not the best code. I don't know. So what I would see, zero inches remaining. Zero inches remaining. Oh, this here. Yeah, we can do it that way. Yeah, make it consistent at least. Inches equals 0. Feed string, feed, else. Feet string, feet inches. Yeah. Okay. Let's make that real. What I want to do is just like I want to somehow make these things string together, and if nobody comes up with anything, then we just default it to 0 inches. And I mean, we've strung them together kind of dynamically. I don't know if I'm. What am I thinking? Well, what's going through my head is some sort of structure that's like inches per yard, yards, and inches per foot, and zero. Is it 0? Well, it's 1 inch per inch, basically inch. Okay. And let's let stuff equal. So my yards, feet, inches, I think it has to do this. And then the inches per foot is not really a function I care about. And then inches is, well, let's let YFI equal that. And let incher, I don't know what to call it, is just this. Something like that. And you basically run the loop through, take your value, divide it by the constant, print your inches. Yeah, maybe I should try this. Okay, let's do this one. I'll do the interesting one. All right. So what I'm saying is, if you took YFI dot what is this? It's kind of a reduce somehow. I don't know. Am I mapping it first? I guess if I map each unit into its thing. All right, let's do that. Let's map. No. So I wanted to. So I want to take my 63 and I want to say divided by inch per yard. Oh, that's 1 yard. And then the leftover is whatever 24, 27, and that's 2 feet, and this is 1 inch. And then filter out the ones that don't have any inches or any of that stuff. And then if there's nothing left, do the 0 inches. So, but a reduce, is this a reduce? Reduce. And I always have to think this thing through. Okay, so you pass in, next partial result is the previous value plus the pair. This is not right. Well, let's see what we got. Initial thing, what am I going to get out of this? I'm going to get an array. And then this is I'll call it factor name in. Okay. So this thing, yeah, that's the challenge. I don't have the reduce right. Reduce double string, result double and string. So I do get the previous result. I think that's this is what's going on. Cannot find result. Oh, let result factor name in. No. Well, let's just say 14. Cannot find result in scope. Well, maybe reduce is not the way to do this. Let's just write a loop. Okay, Wi-Fi dot for each. Okay, so what we got is the let remaining equals original. Let's put original back up here. Okay, and then what we're going to do is partials is going to be of some type, and it starts out empty. The type is, well, I need a double. Yeah, I think I want a double and a string. Okay. And then what I want to do is this code. This kind of thing. Well, they're doubles. I don't know if modulus counts quite the same. Oh, we can check real quick. Truncating remainder. Oh, well, that's worth knowing. Okay, truncating remainder dividing by x. Okay, well, that's a good thing to know. Okay, so what I want to do is I want to calculate what's my share. So that is this is a var. This is a var. Okay, so I want to say partials.append something. Whoops, tuple. All right, so the I'm jamming up on the name. What do you call the big value? I'll call it major and minor. Okay, so major equals, did I copy that? No. Division truncating remainder. This thing gives me, YFI gives me unit minor units per major. Is that right? And name in that. Okay. So major is the value, which is a remaining dot truncating remainder dividing by minor units per major. Okay. And then I think minor is, I got to do this same kind of thing, don't I? Well, no, I want to make remaining minus equals major times minor units. Okay, I think I'm getting there. And then what I want to append is major and name. Okay, and then at this point, partials. Yeah, I don't know. Oh dear, yards times. Okay, so now I have these pairs of names. All right, and so I want to say, partials dot filter. When do I include it? Well, this thing is a double and a string. Well, no, I don't have to do that. I can do it down here, up here. Okay. If major not equal 0, then append it. Okay. And now I think my result If partials is empty, return 0 inches. Otherwise, I'm going to run through partials dot joined is that right? I'm going to do partials dot map. Okay, and I've got value. Value's overloaded with us, isn't it? I've got some number, and I've got a label. I guess label was a better name up here too. Okay, I got a number and a label in. Okay, I want to take each one and turn it into string with number, label, and then I want to do joined with separator space. Okay, and then I think that's what I want to return. Now, I don't know if this is better or not better. Let's see if it works. I don't know how much I want to spend. Format the string when appending to partial. Well, then I don't have the map. But well, and it doesn't work. Well, let's see. Let's try these formatter ones first. Oh, -9. Okay, I'm doing something wrong, clearly. Maybe it's that truncating division. I don't know what I'm doing. It's formatter. Okay. Truncating remainder, dividing by meter per minor. I'm going to look at the way I did it before and, oops. See if that helps any. Original is remaining divided by minor. See, still -27. Oh, everybody's unhappy. Oh, zeros. Yeah. 1.0 instead of 1. That's a number formatter thing. Okay, because we use number formatter up here, down here. Yeah, formatter dot string. Okay. Formatter dot string from NS number of number. How's that? Is that happy syntactically? Mm-hmm. Well, It's no shorter. I don't need to do original. Up here, I can simplify that slightly. This constant doesn't need to be in the function. I swear there's a way to do this with like a reduce or something that would... I don't know. I mean, it's 33 to 51. That's 18, right? It's shorter to do it the way we had it. If we were doing, you know, miles, yards, feet, inches, and, you know, maybe you had to do, I don't know, rods, chains, I don't know which is even longer, you know, furlongs and whatevers. I could justify this a little better. I don't know, from a clarity point of view, is it better or not? This one, I felt like we just had to kind of plug through and figure it out. You think so? I don't know. It's it's more clever. I'll give us that. Well, and also, oh, I shouldn't really count that, right? This guy goes away because nobody wants him. Okay, maybe that's enough to say it. I mean, it's a lot of lines. I mean, it gets rid of that whole feet inches thing. Now this, I don't know if it's worth turning this into this as well, but it doesn't really have to be. I mean, it really is the same as this with just this last term, which seems a little bit tedious. Okay. Yeah, let's make sure we're still good. Right, this whole thing goes away. All right. I guess I'm going to say that's better. I almost do wonder if that filter might have been a better, like just put them all in there and then filter out the ones that don't have 0. I'm trying to get that. Yeah. Okay. Gosh, if I could just see it, I think like there should be a way to do this. If each one produced I'd love to get rid of this stuff too. Okay, let me do another variation. I mean, we only had to fix the .0 stuff to make this work, so I don't feel too bad. Somehow I should be able to do a reduce. Wi-Fi dot. Well, let me put it down here. Okay, and we'll keep that there for a minute. Okay, so if I do Wi-Fi dot reduce, And the initial result is empty. And then the partial see, I want to carry remaining through is what I want to do. Yeah. So what if this thing is reduce the value so far plus the remaining? Oh no, that's remaining. Let's do that. Okay. And now, I mean, like I said, I always have to think my way through this one. It's result and the pair double and string. Okay, so this is, I call it partial. The pair double is the minor units per major thing, and then the label. In. Now, this is really well, I think this is list and remaining. I'll call it rest. I don't know. Okay, so given, oh, he's not happy. Okay, and then let list rest equal partial. I keep getting a parenthesis. Yes, I have left one out. Okay. Can I find partial one? Okay, let's see. Is that? Change the remaining and the reduce, unless you keep it outside. Well, I'm trying to make it show up as the. Yeah, I'm returning it with. I want to return it with the partial list, is what I'm trying to do. Oh, this one's garbage. Let me try calling this partial. Okay, I'm going to get an example. Okay, produce a single value from a list of elements. That is what I want to do. Okay. Where's the example? reduce 0, x, y, and x plus y. Well, x is really the numbers so far. Okay. X, Y. Well, let's what if we do this? Right, this has to be a pair 0. Yes. Okay. I think we can get there. Again, I don't know if it's going to be any better, but we will say let array and rest equal partial, and let minor units per major, which we might find a better word, and label equal next. Okay. Empty collection literal requires an explicit type. Result is unused. Missing return. Okay, yeah, we have to return here. Why did it not complain before? Empty collection literal requires. Okay. And I'm just going to say print Wi-Fi. Print reduced. Okay. I think we've got the pieces in place now. Okay. Major and remaining. Next. Well, next is remaining. Okay. And then no, that's not right. Rest is remaining. Okay, so remaining divided by major units, and then this is leftovers is that. Minus that. Okay. By array. And label. Okay, so now I've got the two values. Okay, so I've got the major and the leftovers, and the leftovers should be the next remaining. Okay, so this part has to be leftovers, and this has to be array dot append double string major and label. And sorry, what does append do? I don't think it returns the value. Gosh. Swift array. Oh, is it plus? We went through this once. Array plus that. Is that going to work? Value of type double string to array argument type. Well, we did this sort of thing, I think. There's a reduce into that maybe can do that. All right, I'm going to run this and we'll just check out what our print reduced look like. Am I not? I don't need to run all those tests. Okay. Well, they're looking pretty good. 0 yards, 0 feet, 1 inch, 1 foot, 1 foot, 1 inch. That all looks okay. All right. Well, let's carry through and see what we get. All right. So now I want to filter this. Sorry, let's just do string pieces. I don't even know what to call them at this point. Okay. If we do this, Wi-Fi dot reduce filter is included when well, this is double number and label in number not equal 0.0. Okay, the reduce is a bit much. All right. Value of tuple double string double has no member filter. Oh, right. This is returning us remaining. Okay, so it's results should be an array of doubles and strings. Let's $0.0. Sorry, I got to go back to this. It's What did that look like? Oh, it's each one's an array. All right, let's get rid of the remaining values. Dot map. Is that helpful? Double string double has no member map. Oh, the whole thing produces that. I don't know, this algorithm replacement stuff. I'm hoping I get this without the remaining values in it. Okay. Yeah. So this one comes up empty. Okay. Yeah, I think it gives us what we want. Again, I just don't know if it's better. I mean, reduce is flat out harder to understand than for each and map. I guess I'm glad to know it can be done this way. If I could put these in, I don't think I can. Array remaining. All right, is that going to build? No. Yeah, you can't break those out there. I think that's sort of a wish list thing. In that case, it'd still pass. And then I'd still have to do this stuff. Right. I don't think we're better off. Yeah, I think in a better world we might be, but I don't think it works out here. The thing it gives you is this partials doesn't end up being declared separately, but we had to anyway, so it kind of sucked. All right, let's make sure that we haven't messed it up. I mean, it was a worthwhile experiment for the last 20 minutes or whatever it was, but okay, let's go with this. Yeah, I think that's true. I mean, also, we were trying to do this sort of reduce, like drag that remainder through all the reduces. That, I don't know, I feel like there's some other function that should do it, but usually it's just reduce, map, and filter is the only three I really use. Something to... Yeah, I don't know. You could probably merge it somehow. I mean, if you had to do it with functional pipeline kind of stuff, you could. Yeah, what we did got messy. All right. Everything's working. Let's take it. Calculate yard feet inches. Ignore spike using reduce. Okay. I don't know if that'll mean anything to us unless we watch the video, but that's okay. Okay. Oh, we haven't kept up our to-do list at all. I don't even have it on the screen. All right. Put spaces before and after. We didn't do that. We did do this. Move parsing to value. We introduced that formatter. Introduce Imperial Formatter. Good name. Thank you. We don't allow entering this. We did make the display as yard feet inches. Okay, which was today's goal. So at least something has come out of that. I keep saying yard. I should be consistent here. Spaces before and after. Allow entering yard feet inches. We don't do that, but that would be a good thing to do. Error handling on the display side. Show as an actual thing. That needs a new key or widget. All right. Gosh, that's good. All right, hang on. Okay, so entering yard feet inches. I think if we look at our calculator right now, keypad, the yard has it, but the inch has it, yard and feet do not. All right, let's see what calculator does with unit. We might. Oh, he just appends it. Okay. Well, let's. I don't know if an outer test would be the thing to do at this point. Yeah, Parse pretty much handles it. Yeah, let's put the one test for yards, units, all that good stuff in here, and all right, so can enter all units. Okay, so if you do, let's do 1 yard. I don't know if I have to enter them separately. Let's try key. Why does he throw? Because he might not find. Let's make that handle things differently. If we look for a key and we don't find it, then that's probably some sort of test error. I'm just going to put some all right, let's say do catch What's the thing you do to just completely die? It's not die. It's it's not exit. Let's say did we do it in the other one? I don't know what to even look for. No. It's not a test thing, it's a... Ugh. I'll give it a couple more. Maybe I can just do exit. It's not terminate. Can I say exit? Okay. That should take this off. That should make a bunch of things happier. Okay. This is not correct. Okay, so I'm just going to pull this inline now. Key 1, tap. Don't need that. Try key set yard, tap. One yard to, let's do 5 feet. And 11 inches. Okay. So you tap all these things. Let's tap equals. Huh, we never did that yet. Okay, so the display string should be. Yeah, I mean they will do it. There is another call that you can make, and you can pass an explanation string. I just don't remember. I know I've done it once or twice, but it's okay. Exit will get us out of there. I really just don't care. And actually, I'll blow it up here just to make sure that exiting works the way we want it to. Yeah, so that didn't get run. Okay. Fatal error. That's it. Thank you. What did you search for to get that? Because that was coming up dry. Okay, and crashing the debugger. That's better. Okay, thank you. And then you can do a trick, which is, I don't know. I think you search for that, you'll find it. But you could also pass in file name and line number, and then report that it was referenced in line 78. But we will skip that one. All right. And we're getting that purple this time. Why is it not building? Something is bizarre. I do not have X1 anymore, right? Just one. 1 yard, 5 feet, 11 inches. Oh, what does that equal? Well, that's 2 yards, 2 feet, 11 inches. Okay. Oh. Huh, I got it anyway. Okay. Let's try again. Okay. I guess the call stack would take me back to that line 78. Test can enter all units. All right. What do we get? 41 yards, 2 feet, 11 inches. Yeah, exactly. What's going on here, guys? Have I got a 4 left over from somewhere else? I wonder. It's a new calculator. "41 yards. That is not right. I mean, 5 feet is 1 yard, 2 feet. So we should get 2 yards, 2 feet, 11 inches. Let me put the clear in just to be sure that I'm not, I don't see how I would, but Okay, so we'll hit this stuff and we'll make sure. No. Okay, it's not that. Okay, let's run 1511. Oh. This test is designed to prove that we did not put the stuff in the keypad. And guess what? We did not put the stuff in the keypad. Okay, now we got all those. Let's run again. So yard and feet was being ignored. We had 1,511. 11 inches. Ugh. Okay, let's run it directly. Well, it was supposed to fail the first time, but now it's supposed to pass. 1 yard, 5 feet, 11 inches equals. Well, what's going on? Let's get here. Oh, do we not parse it? I kind of thought we had. Oh, you're right. Okay. Well, that's a good thing for tomorrow. We've got a failing test. Failing as it should. So, what was that? 1,511 inches. 11 divided by 36 is going to be 41, right? Yep. Okay. Good. We will deal with this tomorrow. All right. Sorry, next week. Monday, what are we up to? 20. We're getting close to the end of May here. So, gosh, already. Anyway, Monday, 2 to 4:30 p.m. Eastern Daylight or 6 to 8:30 p.m. UTC. We will clearly need to start with parsing yards and feet. Okay. And that should activate that big piece in. We can add the spaces. We can clean up the displays. I don't feel the need to do this one just yet. It's on the list eventually. Okay. But yeah, we'll go from there. So thanks for joining today. Mudshark666. Appreciate the interaction. And you all have a good weekend. And I will see you Monday, I hope. Take care.